Hello guys, today I'm going to show you how to use GitHub app instead of pad tokens. Benefit of GitHub app is um, you have no need to use the pad tokens per user account, or you have no need to create new user account for your automations inside your organization. This is very beneficial when you are working in an organization and you want to set um, some credentials like in Argo CD or in your CICD for fetching repositories, or mostly in the Argo CD, or in when you are going to set the self-hosted runner, then you have to either you can create some separate accounts in your organization and create the pad tokens from there, and then apply these tokens or secrets inside your self-hosted runner, or inside your Argo CD, have and you have to manage one extra account. So GitHub gives you one feature with the GitHub apps. You can create them over the organization level. Also, the big benefit is you can give the repository permission to this GitHub apps. Also, it will work on the repository level or organization level. So we can see that. So we have no need to rotate the credentials when somebody leave, or we have no need to manage one extra account for our organization. So you have to just here I am going to show you this GitHub apps for my own account, and the same similar procedure when you want to try it over the organization. So there is nothing much change. You have to go to the setting, either it's organization setting or it's your account settings. Then go to last option, developers, and then you have to choose GitHub apps from here, and then you can create one GitHub app. For all of these, understand all of these options, you can use the GitHub docs. They are quite good actually. And so we will just start creating directly this GitHub app, and I would say okay, this one, tech demo app. I do not know if this will work. So this GitHub app names are also work like S3 buckets or cloud storages, like they are globally actually. So if somebody take your name, then you cannot create it in other organization, or it's globally actually. So just make sure add some prefix here, or just use some random identities or random hex values or random hash values when you um, use some sort of automation to create this. Do not forget to do that. Here you can give the description. Homepage URL, you can set anything. I will use this GitHub self-hosted runner. So this full URL of your GitHub app website. Basically, here you can give anything actually. I'm not going to set up any callback URL or something similar. Webhook we are going to disable. You can use it if you want to know any notification or want to push some notification when something happen in your organization or with this GitHub app account. You can use it, but we are not going to use it here. And then you have this repository permission section. So uh, I'm going to show you these GitHub apps credential with the Argo CD. I will also tell you how which permissions you have to give if you want to use it for the self-hosted runner. So here I'm going to use the Argo CD. So I need these two permission. One is metadata read only, so it can read the metadata, search repositories, list collaborators, and all that stuff. And the second is the content, so it can actually read the repository. So metadata can only fetch the repositories or list, but it cannot read the content like commits and branches, and in Argo CD we need it actually. So we will get these two options. If you are setting up a self-hosted runner, then you do not need this content permission here. Just give this metadata, and for the self-hosted runner, just remember. And then in organization, look for the self-hosted runner option. It is some here, yeah, at the bottom here. And here you can give according to your CI/CD stuff. If you want to read and write both in the repositories, but very careful with this permission. If you want to modify something and commit back into the repository in CI/CD stuff, then you need read and write. Otherwise, read only is enough. I'm not going to use here any runner or set up any self-hosted runner, so I'm not going to use this organization permission. You can play with the others. This is very useful when you are working for a company and you have the GitHub organization account or enterprise account, and you are setting up the credentials for different teams or different other organization. Maybe you are in an enterprise and you have multiple organizations, or you are in a single organization and you have multiple teams. So it's up to you. But and this one is only for this account. So right now I'm on my account, so I will set it. I do not want to give access to any other people's. And here any account is when you are working on the organization level, then you may need to give this option installed by any user or organization. So I mean, when you have the IDP internet developer platforms, then maybe you need this and add some repositories in this GitHub app for a reading purpose. So you can give this option. So right now I'm going to give only this one, and then we will create this GitHub app. There is few catches in this whole setup. I will tell you one by them, all of them. So you have to note down few things: app ID, client ID, and in the last you can see the private keys. So you have to generate them. I will generate them. They will download it here. It's downloaded, and I open them in the next screen because I need them. So you have to note down again app ID, then these private keys that are downloaded here. And one more thing here is installation ID. You cannot find it in here, so it is not written somewhere. So just go again. We will go step by step again from the setting. Just go to the settings, then developer settings, then your app, GitHub app that you created. Now see, you have these sections. So actually, when you create this GitHub app, then you need to install it on the organization or in your user account. So you cannot just simply create it and use it. You have to install it. So in the last section, this is your second step. You have to go. If it is your organization, then you have to install. If it is your own account, then yes, of course, also here. Here it will ask you for the all repositories and only selected repositories. So in my opinion, when you are working inside an organization, from the organization perspective or from the company perspective, create multiple GitHub apps for different purpose. Some for reads. I mean, per team you can use it for the reading some repositories, or you can use it for the per organization. Whatever, it is up to you. But just make sure use them at a very how to put it, I mean, just create separate GitHub apps for different purposes, so that you have more granular control over it. So here I'm going to select repositories, and then it will ask you the repository. I will choose this Argo CD repository. So this app will only able to access this Argo CD repository. If I click on the all repositories, it can access all repositories. So in future, if I give a read write both access to this GitHub app, then it can work on the all repositories if I choose all repositories. So very careful with these permissions, and with selecting your repositories here. Do not mix it with the teams and all that stuff when you are inside a company. So okay, let's install it here. And so now again, I told you you have to get the app ID, private key, and then one is installation ID. And you cannot found that installation ID somewhere written here. You will find it in the URL here. So here you have to note down these things: app ID, installation ID, and private key. And so that's it. So I will tell you this step again, the installation ID, because most people confuse here where to find this. Go to developer settings, select your GitHub app, then install app, and then click on this icon, install icon. You already installed it, still you have this icon, and then look for the URL. Here is your installation ID. That's it. If you want to change your permission, then you can change it from here. You select your app, then you can change the permissions again. So you can play with it. Repository, organization, or account permission, whatever. You can play with it if you want. You can change your private keys from here. You can add some more stuff here if you are interested. So let's go. We have everything. We have app ID, installation ID, and then we have the private keys. So we are going to create this is my Argo City account, and there is I didn't attach my GitHub account here. So let's connect a repository. Basically, most of the time when I work for the companies and for the organization, I save the credentials as templates, so I have no need to add credential or connect each and every repository. So I will teach you how to do this. Here you have to select your GitHub app. Argo CD latest version will give you this option, GitHub app. So sorry, GitHub apps, and here type you have to select GitHub project, whatever project you created inside Argo CD. I'll choose just default because I have only this one. Repository URL. So I'm going to save it as a template. So I will give my account. So github.com/png. Only this one, not the complete repository URL. Only this one. If you are working for a company or for an organization, you have an organization inside the GitHub, then this one is replaced with your organization name. You can easily find it whenever you click on your profile. then then you will find this name in the URL here. Just an example. So So you will found this. So whenever you are in the first page, then you will found if it is your organization, then this name is replaced with your organization. So you will find this. So now you have to put one by one GitHub app ID, and we will go to the settings again and copy this GitHub ID. Then we need this installation ID. And then I will paste my private key that I previously download, and then save as credential template, and it is saved here. Now we will check it if it is working or not. Then I will create this one. Not going to, sorry. I will create one testing app, Argo CD, I would say test. Let's see. And you can write whatever you want. Repository URL, I remember it, so I will write it down. And for all this setup, you can use some sort of automation like with Terraform, or you can use with the GitHub API as well. So you can create your own scripts to do this stuff. Then I have a path. Prepod cluster is default one. I'll set default. Let's see. Yeah, so it accept. I need to sync it. This is the hello world application. I'm not going to sync it because I'm on my bare metal Kubernetes cluster and it has not enough resources to run all these applications. I'm just testing with other things. So this is how it is working. Now here is one more catch actually. In future, you say I want to upgrade the permission on this app, GitHub app. So it is a little bit tricky. You will go here, permission, and then you can pick any permission. Let's try with removing this content read and write. I will say no access, and then you say save changes, and that's it. No, now actually you have to accept this change. You have to go to the install app, then click on the setting, and okay, so okay, you will get nothing. So removing permission, it will not give you anything. Let's see if it gives you something. We will randomly apply the permissions, read only, and I will add commit status one extra permission just to make sure. So then we will go here, here, look here. It will give you a review request and you have to approve it actually for the new permissions. So you cannot easily, I mean, do not forget to accept them whenever you are working with it and updating the permissions here. Okay, now it's asking for both of them and I will accept the permission. Then it will apply and then you are able to use it. Otherwise, sometime what will happen, you forget to accept this one and your application, like in the Argo CD, it says, hey, no, repository is not accessible or you are unable to read the commits or something like that. So just make sure you will accept it here. That's it. If you have any question, then you can comment, and I hope I will see that on time and reply back. Thank you.